Hey guys, Rebel 95, recording live from the local county prison cell. So today, I was debating on I thought I waited too long to do a matchup that was not before Gogeta versus Vegito, but then I remembered that this is the finale and there's gonna be a couple weeks or whatever between it, so it's not actually that big of a deal that I do it right before this upcoming one, other than what views. Like I ever cared about that. Um, and this is one I'd been meaning to do for actually a very long time. Like I every time I went to go do this one, I thought of another one and it was fresh in my head, and I was like, no, 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 let's do that. So I figured let's just get this one out of the way, and then I'll have something else in the back burner for the next year or something. So this is Gamora from Marvel and Kitana from Mortal Kombat. Marvel versus Mortal Kombat's not that uncommon in terms of how many characters people want to have fight. I think when I did Scorpion Ghost Rider as like one of my first videos. But I at this point I'm just looking at any reason to avoid a Marvel versus DC fight, or I'm looking for every Marvel DC character fight that isn't against another Marvel DC character. Sorry. And that's gonna look great in the video. But yeah, this one, I mean, there's thematically it fits. You've got Gamora, who, surrogate daughter of Thanos, and Kitana, surrogate daughter of Shao Kahn, so on and so forth. And yeah, so I'll start with Gamora. See, these aren't simple characters per se, because they are fantastical in their origins and whatnot, but this is going to be two women fighting each other. It's not going to be there's not going to be a lot of like out there powers, I guess. So looking at Gamora, basically lived her entire life as an assassin. She is deemed the deadliest woman in the universe. And her, not that I ever use this as a measuring stick, and I'm not saying that this is canonical. I'm not going to say that this is like the thing that determines anything. This won't be entered in anything statistically, not that I really even use statistics. But on the actual Marvel official threat level, she's above Iron Man. As in she's considered city level. And I always hate people using those terms well, this character is city level, but this character is mountain level. Well, where the fuck do you determine that? She's considered city level, right? She could destroy an entire city. How she would go about that, I'm not sure. I mean, she could maybe murder everyone in a city, but in terms of destroying a city, I don't think that's true. But that should give you a scope of how significant she's considered to be. So she's long since been I think she's always been a member of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? It's never been even when it was Adam Warlock and now that he's big, everyone's gonna think I only know that. But when it was Adam Warlock and that Prism guy, the Crystal guy, and it was who are the other early on Guardians? I don't know. But anyway, as far as I'm aware, Gamora's pretty much always been a member of it. Unless there's some unless she wasn't part of the original 70s, 80s, version of the characters. But yeah, she's very well space traveled. In some incarnations, she carries around a regular sword. Some incarnations, she carries around an energy sword. We know she uses an energy rifle, I think it is. It's not like or is it a like energy pistol? I don't know. She can shoot lasers in some capacity. Not her specifically, but she carries a weapon that lets her shoot lasers. I think in Marvel Capcom 4 she uses an energy blade, but that's neither here nor there. And yeah, she's even though she's considered the most dangerous woman in the universe, and she's considered up there with like the Marvel fighters, she's not like, there's a whole list of characters that are considered better at fighting than her. Like, again, this is from the Avengers Assemble. I don't know if this has ever happened in comics, but she fought Widow, and Widow basically said, "Not even on your best day." Like you don't even try at this point. So like, if Black Widow is considered far and away above her, then nothing disrespecting Black Widow, I'm just saying then that would be a list of other characters that would be considered better fighter than her. But she is a very adept fighter. She's capable of taking out all these individuals. But it's also because she's like uses blades, uses guns and things like that. I'm not really saying much about her, to be honest, because I don't really know that much. I don't think there's much to go off aside from like feats, which I didn't really bother looking up. I think she's got some degree of superhuman strength, right? And of course it's Marvel, so there would be like a random feat of her like throwing a guy dozens of feet in the air or something, or some other feat that makes her like phenomenally superhuman. She's probably dodged bullets and lasers at some point. Yeah, but Gamora. Kitana. So Kitana is the I can't now I can't remember the names of anything. She's the princess of, she's the daughter of Sindel, and King Jared, I think his name was, and queen of or princess of wherever they're from. I don't even, like I said, I suddenly can't remember the name of everything from Mortal Kombat. And she is she later becomes the Khan of Outworld. But even before that, when she was brainwashed, as far as I'm aware. Melina wasn't. Jade was kind of duty bound at that point. But yeah, so she's also one of the high up fighters in Mortal Kombat. She's considered a champion of, well, she's more than a champion of Outworld once you consider the fact that she's ruling Outworld. But she's among the ranks with Sonya, Liu Kang, Johnny, etc., etc. Right? She's considered like an ally of them, and that kind of puts her in the place of the, that kind of puts her like against the same foes as them. So who did she fight canonically? That's the question. Who did she fight canonically? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, she's going to have, of course, the normal Mortal Kombat strength, like smashing statues, breaking rocks, things like that. She's also got her, her, what are they called? She's got the metal fans, right, that are bladed, that can decapitate and dismember, like, almost seamlessly. She can throw them and have them return to her, probably due to some sort of magic. And she can also generate, like, tornadoes, which is cool. Yeah, she can actually make like localized tornadoes happen. Though there is apparently a range that she can do this at, because we've never really seen her like, if you could just create tornadoes, you would do it at a longer distance. I think you wouldn't like get right up to somebody. So I think she can only do it at a certain range, which again, it's magical in nature, so it would probably be that she couldn't do it, super far away. Yeah, but she's also an incredible, very well-trained fighter, been training in her entire life, pretty much. Killed Shao Kahn. Well, killed Shao Kahn with help. She dealt the blow that killed Shao Kahn, but she didn't, like, fight him and then kill him. Kotal fought him, and then she fought him afterwards. I mean, okay, we'll give it to her. She killed Shao Kahn. So when you consider that, yeah, I mean, when scaling that to Shao Kahn, and it was like an honest fight. It wasn't like, well, no, was it? I'm trying to remember the actual cutscene. No, he was like wounded or something. Okay, well, she killed a wounded Shao Kahn at least. And when you consider the Shao Kahn versus Akuma fight, yeah, I mean that's a feat, Um, yeah. So who do I think wins this? Because, like I said, it's really hard to actually come up with feats for It's really hard to come up with statistics for both these characters. So, without much to go off of here, I would say that Gamora's used to fighting in a team, but she also has like spent her entire life being essentially Thanos' assassin. So is Kitana, spent her entire life being, you know, being Shao Kahn's assassin. Katana Katana never fought the cyborgs or anything, I don't think, canonically. So, I mean, that would be like an advantage to like, oh, well, she's fought the cyborgs, so the futuristic technology of Gamora wouldn't surprise her at all. Because that's really what I think the determining factor is. The things Gamora has definitely to her advantage are, her technology. Is she using she's using an energy blade, or she's using, an energy blaster or something. But she's definitely fought. I mean, Katana's definitely fought similar stuff to that, but I don't know. And then Katana would have like the magic and whatnot at her disposal. Edenian, is that their name? I think that's their name. I don't know. I might be pulling that from something else. So, well, actually, no. You know what? Because I remember in MKX, Katana says she's like 10,000 years old. Right? So clearly she would have the experience. There we go. I knew there was something where I was like, there's gotta be like like a feat that one of these two is gonna have that's gonna give them an advantage. Yeah, I think that's enough for me. I'm not even gonna reach for more. Because Gamora's certainly not 10,000 years old to my knowledge. Yeah, so the Edenians are 10,000 years old, and Kitana has been, you know, training since she was a child, so clearly she'd have all of this advantage, all of these experience advantage over Gamora. I think that's enough. Yeah, I don't need to go any further. So yeah, I'm gonna give this to Kitana, I guess, literally just based off that thing I forgot about until just now. Anyway, we like to freeball it over here in this channel. Anyway, Verblend 95. See ya.